Welcome to our next video, and I know that some of the users are actually new not only to Power Query but also to Power BI Desktop, and I think it will be good for you to have some basic understanding of how to add digital storytelling to your reports. And the first step here would be to add a bookmark, and for that you would need to go to View panel, and here you can select actually Bookmarks and a new panel will show up. And if you want to add a bookmark, for example, let's say you want to focus only on countries located in Asia, so you click here on UN region Asia, and as a result you see that both of your visuals on this screen have adjusted, right? So you only have Asian countries in the scatter plot as well. And for example, you can bring your scatter plot to a focus mode, and you can add a bookmark here. And you can call it Asia scatter plot and press enter. Now this is your first bookmark, and you can undo your changes. You can select, for example, Europe, but if you click on this bookmark, it will bring back exactly the view which you had when you created it. So for example, I click on this Asia scatter plot, and it applies the filter to Asia and brings my scatter plot into focus view. And when you work with long reports, Power BI reports, it's very useful to create sort of a table of contents, the first page in your report, from which users of your report can easily move around. For that, let's click on the plus next to our last page. Let's call it TOC, table of contents, and let's move it up front before our other pages. And we can use it for digital storytelling. We can easily move around our report. To do that, let's go to Insert panel and click on Buttons menu here and go all the way down to Navigators. And first we add a page navigator, and second we add a bookmark navigator, right? And of course they are put on each other, so you have to move them around. Let's say I put them here in front. And you can do a little bit of formatting here. So for example, you can click on Shape, choose here Round Rectangle, then click on Style, select, for example, 20s font, and you can do the same for your other navigator and also choose Rounded Rectangle. Now it's very convenient because if you hold Ctrl button and click, for example, on Field Map, it will bring you to the field map. And you can easily go back to table of contents and you will see your navigator once again. And likewise, if you hold Ctrl, you click on Asia scatter plot and it will return you to this particular navigator. So it's super convenient if you are working with multiple pages, multiple bookmarks, and again, that's what we call digital storytelling when you are moving around your report with ease. In addition, of course, you want to add sort of a return button to each of your pages so that you can easily go back to your table of contents. For that, once again, let's click on Buttons, choose Blank, and you can, for example, put it in the same location, for example, here in the top right of your page. Click on it, select Style, add here text, put here table of contents so that we can easily go back to our first page. And once again, let's use font 20 here. And maybe we can use actually some color for this button. For example, choose fill and choose, for example, blue color. But this button will not work yet because we now have to add action. And to add action, once again, click on the button to activate it, go to off, turn it on, and then choose what action you want. So here I want to do page navigation, and I can put it back to my table of contents. So once again, remember that you need to hold Ctrl. It doesn't work without a Ctrl button, but if I click now on this button, it brings me back to my table of contents. And what's more, if you have a lot of pages, of course, as you learn Power BI more, you'll have a lot of pages in your report. So you can click Ctrl-C on this button, go to every other page. So here, for example, I go to my second page, do Ctrl-V, insert it, and it will work here without any further changes. It will work from here. And finally, I think it's super convenient here because if you add the fourth page here, and return to your table of contents, you see this page has been added here to the Navigator. So no matter how many extra pages or bookmarks you add, they will all show up here in your table of contents page. So we are almost done with our report, and let's move on to the next video. Thank you.